Oh, bonjour, ginawa, minawa, shnabe dug, minawa, nindinawe magani dug, minawa, ninjiwamag, miigwechki pejai go manungam. Thank you guys for coming on here today. Ojibwe Language Table with Wes Jourdain, lesson number 39, Wewe Bana Biwin, part 5. And this might be the final part in our series of talking about fishing. Fishing openers happening. That's why we're doing this. And so follow along with us today. We're going to get into, still on the topic of fishing, but we're going to talk about conjugating this verb, Wewe Banabi. And we're going to conjugate it into several different ways to use this in our Ojibwe language in our system here. So before we get started, we always have our self-introduction. Anin Bonjour Kinawia, Wes Jourdain Indigenous Cause, Giddiga Benesi Indigo, Migizi Nindu Dame, Squagamiwi Zaga Gunning Nindu Jaba, Ga Asinitsa Cogninda. So my name's Wes Jourdain. Giddiga Benesi is my spiritual name, my spirit name, Eagle Clan out of Red Lake, Minnesota. And Ga Asnitsa Cogninda, I currently dwell or live in the community of Little Rock, Minnesota, if you guys haven't figured out our self-introduction yet. So that's kind of a little bit about me and a little bit about how we introduce ourselves to other people. You know, maybe we're related in a sense that we have the same Ojibwe spiritual name. Maybe we're related through our clan system. And sometimes, you know, we, depending on location, I've heard elders talk about, you know, even though they're not the same clan or they don't have the same name, that, you know, in a sense, we're still kind of all related in that way. So, you know, talk to your elders, you know, get a little better insight about our clan system and our names. And sometimes we have colors that go along with our name too. So those are another thing that, you know, to get more involved and ask questions with your elders and your speakers. And, you know, the more we challenge ourselves to learn more of our culture and of our language, you know, it's going to be better off for our future generations too, so that we can share that with our generations to come, with our children. So keep that in mind. We're going to start here now. We have Wewe Banabiwin, you know, still talking about fishing. Wewe Banabi, of course, is the verb. She or he fishes with a hook and line. And we're going to go through some conjugation action right here. We have a verbs animate intransitive, doing it in the independent form. And so oftentimes you're going to see the verb, okay? This little dot, dash, dash thing means is your verb. It's where you plug in your verb, okay? So on these examples coming up here, you're going to see, all right, here's one right here. Dot. So first person singular, talking about I, talking about me. So if I put ne in front of Wewe Banabi, it sounds like ne Wewe Banabi. Okay, ne Wewe Banabi. I am fishing. Okay, so this you're gonna see this pattern play out throughout this next couple slides here. 2S, and you're gonna see these little things inside the Ojibwe People's Dictionary online. You might see these in Ojibwe dictionary books. You might see 1S, 2S, and what all that stands for. And you practice and practice, and you get them down. Every time you see 1S, you're gonna think first person I. Okay, 2S, second person singular, talking just about you. Okay, ge and your verb. Ge plus your verb. I should have put a plus sign here in between here, but you get the point. Ge and then the verb equals you, or whatever you're verbing. Okay, whatever the verb is. Okay, so third, we have a 3S, third person singular, talking about he or she. Okay, we talk about ourselves, first person, second person is you, third person is she or he. Okay, third person, she or he. And this one doesn't have anything at the beginning, nothing at the end. You just have your verb. And so today you're going to see that in our patterns. 1P. Okay, 1P, you're going to see this most often in books. It gives you examples. First person plural. Okay, talking about we. Right here. We. And first person plural. We see we excluding the person that we're talking to. So our pattern is ne plus our verb plus min. Ne blank min, whatever our verb is, okay? So here we go. We're just going to keep rolling on here. So we have a 2-1P. And I don't know why I didn't put any explanation in this one. So this one is we, including the person that I'm talking to. We, everyone that's here involved in the conversation. And so that one would be ge, our verb, plus min. We inclusive, they call it. 2P. Next one, 2P, we're going to say second person plural, talking about you all or use. Okay? You or use. I mean, use or you all. However you want to say that. Some people say y'all. Okay? Ge plus your verb plus m. And we're going to use an example of that shortly in the next slide. Use. Ge plus our verb plus m at the end gives you use are doing something. Use are verbing. Use are doing the verb or whatever it is. Okay, 3P. We have a third person plural, they. Okay, talking about them over there. He or she turns into a group, and then now we're talking about them. Third person plural, we add wug to the end of our verb. Okay, we'll add wug to the end of our verb in our example today. So there's our verb in front, dash, 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 verb, and then we're going to add wug, talking about they are whatever the verb is doing, okay? And this one is, I just been real, learning on my own about this one, asking questions to my mentors in the language field, and this one's kind of hard, and a lot of them are difficult, if you don't know a lot of these, you ask questions to the right people. And this one here, we have a fourth person. And it's kind of hard to explain. Maybe a fourth person is along with the third person. Okay, so you have your third person, he or she. But then we talk about that person that's with the third person. That becomes the fourth person. And it becomes, they become inanimate, I believe. And don't get me, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or anything like that. But as you can see, anything animate, we have a G. Okay, we add a G to that. And anything that's inanimate, we add un. And so that's what I pull out of this. When you're talking about fourth person, that person is there, but not in a sense that, we're talking about them in not anything negative, but we're talking about that other person that's with the third person. Pretty confusing. And I'm still trying to learn this, but we call it an obviative, I believe, in the language world. But fourth person, one, your verb plus one at the end. So let's get right into it. We're going to add Webanabi to this, and we'll see just where it goes and what sentences they make out of it. So here we go. Ne Webanabi. Ne Webanabi. I said that first one wrong. Sorry. I have a bird at my window that's really pecking away at the window over there, and you guys probably can't see it because I have a background, but it's real distracting. But I'm just going to keep going. And I don't know what the meaning behind that bird pecking on the window, but here we go. Ne Webanabi. I fish with a hook and line. Okay, I should have highlighted the ne, the talking about first person. I should have did that, but you'll get the point here. And if you have to, you rewind it back to the previous slide. Okay, talking about second person, you ge Webanabi. Ge Webanabi. You fish with a hook and line. Okay, first one was first person. This one is second person. Third person, 3S. Third person singular, Webanabi. We just have the verb by itself. She or he fishes with a hook and line. Of course, I got a typo here. All kinds of things going on in this lesson, but that's fine. We'll get the picture of it when it's all said and done. And so now we have first person plural. 1P is what we seen on our last slide. Niwewe bana beemin. Niwewe bana beemin. Okay, we excluding the person you're talking to, fish with a hook and line. We're the ones fishing with the hook and line, not you, but us right here. Okay, niwewe bana beemin. Oops, what happened there? All right, here we go. Giwewe bana beemin. Talking about second person. No, we're including the person that we're talking to. We're including you in the conversation now. Giwewe bana beemin. We, inclusive or including you, the person that we're talking to, fish with a hook and line. All right, so our next one. You all. Second person plural. Giwewe bana beam. Giwewe bana beam. Use fish with a hook and line. Okay, maybe I'm observing and I'm watching you guys and I'm just saying it out loud. You know, user, that's what you're doing. You're user fishing with a hook and line. You all. Okay, giwewe bana beam. And is this our last one? Nope. Seventh one. Wewe bana biwag. Wewe bana biwag. Talking about third person plural. 3P. They fish with a hook and line. Okay, wewe bana biwag. They fish with a hook and line. And our last one is, of course, that fourth person one. It's kind of hard to explain, but we have wewe bana bi1. She or he, the fourth person, fishes with the hook and line. So that's if you're talking about the third person over there, he or she, but you're talking about the person that's with she or he. And that person is the fourth person that we talk about. And you refer to them as the wewe bana bi1, as an inanimate, I believe. And I hope I'm saying that right, you know. And I hope I'm not leading you guys into the wrong direction, that fourth person becomes inanimate, as we put an N at the end there instead of a G. Wewe bana bi1, you know, that fourth person, other than that's with that third. That's real confusing, and I apologize if I real confuse you guys, but I think when you play this back and you rewind it and you go forward and you kind of match up these different scenarios and situations on how to conjugate this word, I think it'll make more sense. So, you know, you have to watch it a couple times, listen to it a few times, say it yourself. So with that little short lesson today, and I want to thank you guys for coming on. Of course, miigwech bizendawig, minawa, miigwech gi ganawabandameg, which means thank yous for listening and thank yous for watching. Miigwech gi pijaigo manugum. Thank you guys for coming here today. That's all I have for today. Gigawabamininim minawa. I will see you all or yous again soon. Aha, bani mapi, ba mapi, ayangwa miziuk. Aho.